Howdy everyone, Matthew here, and damn does it feel good to be back. For those of you that don't know, I recently just had a week off due to being quite ill, and the content was very far and few between. So today and the rest of this week, and hopefully the rest of this channel's life, I'm back with some amazing content to help you manifest your desires. So this video today is the do's and don'ts when manifesting your specific person. Now for those of you who don't know, I've manifested my own specific person back. She shows up in the live streams and she tells you all about her story. So these are some things that I learned from my own process that I wish I had either done better or not done at all. So you are about to learn from my mistakes so that going forward you can manifest your person faster, more beneficially, and much more lovingly. But before we get into that, hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Matthew. I'm a manifestation coach who, like I said, has manifested my own specific person back and many more things. So if you are in need of my help in creating your perfect life and getting you your person, check the links down below in the comment section and the description. They'll take you to my website where you can see the services I offer to help with just that. If you could leave me a like and a comment on this video so I know this is the kind of content you want to see going forward, and even subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon so you don't miss a video going forward that could potentially change your life. With all of that out the way, let's get into this important video. So the first thing that I think you should absolutely be doing is to always come from unconditional love and to let go of resentment. Now believe me, I know what it's like when someone says that they don't want to be with you anymore, and you sit there wondering, how could they do this to me? Why would they do this to me? What did I do to deserve this? I've been there, and I've also been someone that has made someone else feel like that. So I know where you're coming from. But when it comes to being a conscious creator and manifesting our dream desires, we need to step into that state of being or having or doing what it is that we want. So if you're sitting there saying, why could they do this to me? Or why did they do this to me? How could they do this to me? Or anything that kind of questions or holds any kind of resentment towards what they've done, what do you think that state is providing your subconscious mind to push out for you? If you're asking, why did all of these things happen? That must imply that you're living an experience that this thing has happened. But you don't want that. What you want is to be in this loving, passionate, committed relationship. I know many people are probably wanting apologies from their people. But let me ask you this. If you were to have an apology or a loving, passionate, committed relationship with this person, which would you choose? I'm going to assume the loving, passionate, committed relationship. And therefore, you should be aiming to let go of any kind of resentments, any kind of negative feelings, or any kind of questions that imply that you've been hurt. I know it may feel uncomfortable, but you need to step into that state of being, doing, or having what it is that you want. And in this case, that looks in the form of being in unconditional love with your person. Now, what is unconditional love? It's loving without condition. How do you do this? Regardless of what has happened in the past, regardless of what you may have experienced or felt, you are coming from a place of, I love you, I'm always going to love you, or I'll always have love for you. Regardless of what happened in the past, I've let all that go because you are my person. And then you're sending out loving feelings, you're having loving thoughts, you're loving them from a place of, if I never see you again, you still have my heart. Or if I never see you again, just know that from my end, we've ended on good terms. And send them that love and see them in a loving way. Now, I'm not telling you to say all of these things so that you can get over them, but when you are able to let go of resentment and give out unconditional love, you will receive more of it. Let's say that they mentally feel this energy, which they do, but let's just, for the example of this, say that it's more direct. What do you think that they're going to want to come back to you from a place of? If they can feel you asking, how could you hurt me, and making them feel guilty for hurting you, or if they can quite literally feel you saying, I love you, regardless of whatever happens, you're always going to be loved by me. Which do you think that energetically they're going to want to come back to? It's definitely going to be the unconditional love one. What you give out, you get in response. So if you want your person back in the fastest, most beneficially loving way, you need to be seeing them in the most loving, beneficial, brightest light that you possibly can. You need to be letting go of the pains, the resentment, the how could, the why did you, all of those kind of things, and come from, it's the past, I'm okay within myself, I love you, when you come back, we're going to have all of this amazing world, and then dwell in an end state where they've already come back, and you are already existing in this amazing world. Because remember, you get what you are, do, or have, not what you want. So if you want your person, step into the state that you would be in if you had that person, which is unconditional love. The next thing that you should be doing is allowing that old story to simply die out to make way for the new one, and trusting your subconscious mind to bring you your desire. I know what it's like as a conscious creator, because I was there myself, to have those why, how, when kind of questions, to doubt if it's even possible. However, let me use an analogy of water going downhill. Let's say that there's a water source at the top of the hill, in this case your subconscious mind, and where you want to be, point B, is at the bottom of the hill. Your subconscious mind will go in the fastest way possible to get you to that water source, i.e. straight downhill. However, if I was to slap a boulder right in the middle of that water source, what would happen? Well, the water would end up finding a way around the boulder to get you to your desire. Will that simply take longer than going downstream? Absolutely. Is it still working to bring you your desire? Absolutely. It's still going downstream, it's just finding a way around. That is the equivalent of you asking, where is it? Why is it not here? When's it going to come? Because all of these things are implying you do not have it yet. So they're kind of just getting in the way of the universe. You're kind of checking, where is it? Why is it not here? When's it coming? And getting in the way of your universe. Now, simply asking once, just like putting one boulder in the way, is not a problem. It'll find its way around. But if you put another boulder in by asking again, and then another one, and then go, oh, this thing has happened in the 3D, must mean I'm not getting it, and you put another boulder in, eventually that water stream is going to be going all the way over there and really going to struggle to find its way back to the bottom of the hill because it's constantly being blocked off by the boulders that you're putting in place. However, assuming there were no boulders in the first place, and go back to the beginning of the analogy, if you simply just allow the universe to do your thing and trust that that water source or your desire is going to make its way down to the bottom of the hill, come into fruition, you will not be denied your reality. You cannot simply place your focus on the reality of having your desire and be denied it. It is impossible. The only way that you are not experiencing your reality is by you not allowing yourself or allowing this universe, subconscious mind, God, to make it happen for you. So simply just let that water stream go downhill and allow and trust. Anything that gets in the way, as in 3D circumstances, negative thoughts, questions about where it is, let them come up and let them disappear without providing any power. Don't slap a boulder in the way of your tiny little stream. Let it go downhill. The next thing that you should be doing, and this one was huge for me for my own process, was allowing yourself to take center stage. When I was manifesting Katie back, I spent a lot of the time, the first chunk of the process, affirming, visualizing, I remember winning in terms of this relationship. I did very little work on myself to say, I'm confident, I'm worthy, all of those kind of things. I then decided that I was doing too much for just the relationship. I was putting way too much power in just the relationship, and I needed to bring some of that energy back to me. So what I started to do was tell myself, of course we were going to get back together because look at me, I'm amazing, I'm unique, I'm special, I'm all of these incredible things, I'm the only person she's ever going to want to be with, and I really brought that focus back to me. But on top of that, I also started to tell myself that with or without her, I trust myself. With or without her, I can get by. With or without her, I'm going to thrive in life anyway. And I started to actually accept the possibility I may never get her back. Because I realized I was getting way too attached to the outcome of being with her that I was forgetting about me. You should always be your own priority. And like I said at the beginning of the video with the first thing that you should be doing, what you give out, you get back. Who you step into, you will receive that reality. So if I'm giving out this energy, this aura of, I need this relationship to feel complete, I'm not giving out that worthiness of this relationship. And as a result, I will never experience that relationship. If I feel incomplete in myself right now because I don't have the relationship, how do I ever actually get that relationship? Because like I said, you get what you are or what you're doing or what you claim yourself to have. So if I'm claiming or acting from a perspective of not being complete without it, I must never experience it because that's the state I'm stepping into. So I prioritized myself mentally to say, with or without, I'm fine. With or without, I can move on. With or without, I will thrive. And as a result, this allowed me to feel complete in myself, so then I was no longer attached to this relationship And therefore it was easier for me to step into the state of being in that relationship without coming from a need of this relationship. And literally the day before I got a call from Katie, I said to myself, if I get back with her, great. If I don't, I know I will be fine. And literally the day after, I got Katie back. So you need to ensure that you are the priority. If they're acting funny, who cares? You're worth more. They're not talking to you, who cares? You're worth more. They're giving you hot and cold behavior. I suppose that's the same as acting funny. Who cares? You're worth more. You are the king or queen of your reality, just like I was the king of mine. When you step into that, boom, everything changes. A king or queen is not going to give any time to a peasant. So until they start acting like your king or queen, you need to be focusing on the fact that you are the ruler. You need to start focusing on the fact that you wear the crown of your reality and you can have absolutely anything that you want. So why, as the king or queen, will you be worried about breadcrumbs from a peasant? No. You deserve much more than that. And until you start acting as such, no one around you is going to treat you with the respect and love that you want and absolutely deserve. If you've enjoyed this video and got some good value out of it, please drop me a like and a comment so I know that you want more of this kind of stuff going forward. And if you haven't already, subscribe and click that bell icon so that you never miss a video going forward that could potentially change your life. And if you're in need of my help in getting you your person and getting you that loving relationship that you so desire, check out the coaching solutions that I have down below and we can work together to get you that. With that all out of the way, let's get back to this video. Now time to give you some things that you shouldn't be doing. Now, a lot of these things that I'm about to give you are kind of counterparts to what I've just told you that you should be doing. So they'll kind of go hand in hand with that. But this is for the people that really need that kick up the arse to say, what are you doing? Stop it. Let's focus on what we should be doing. And the first thing that you shouldn't be doing is chasing or trying to remind them that you exist. Now, I get it. You feel like they're going to just simply move on and forget all about you. I know, I was there as well. Doesn't happen. When you give them that space to remember you, give them that space to breathe and give yourself that space to come from that heightened self, to work on yourself, to prioritize yourself, they come back stronger than ever. They come back wanting more from you. They come back prioritizing you, chasing you, because you have severed that attachment link that you originally created. If you want to reach out to remind them you exist, to make some kind of excuse to message them so that they can have a conversation with you, if you're trying to force these kinds of interactions, what kind of state are you doing that from? Most likely fear or lack. When you are in a state of fear or lack, what must you experience? Things to prove your fear and lack. So when you're trying to create a reason to message them, to remind them you exist, or to push the 3D, you will be met with undesirability because of the state that you're doing it in. Now, there are obviously exceptions to the rule, i.e. if you have children and you need to message them about the children, or if you've been doing amazing work and you feel really good in yourself and confident and you just kind of want to see how things go, fine. But if you're doing it from a lack-based state, do not do it. You owe yourself more than that to allow them to chase you. You owe yourself that self-respect to say, I was left, I deserve more, and if they want me back, which they will when you come from that place of being in this relationship with them and coming from unconditional love, then they can chase me, they can message me, they can tell me how much they love me. Stop trying to remind them you exist, stop chasing, sever that mental link. Like I said, you are the king or queen of your reality. Start acting like it. Does the king or queen ever go out down to the town to say, oh, you there, come do XYZ thing that king or queens do? I don't know what a king or queen does. No, they don't. They send someone to go get them to bring them to you. In this instance, this person that you're sending is your subconscious mind's power source to say, we're in this relationship. Your subconscious mind goes bap, boop, beep, goes and gets the person, brings them to you. Fucking hell. So, yeah, start acting like the king or queen. Stop trying to remind them you exist. Sit on your throne with that crown on your head and let your subconscious mind bring you the people. Let your subconscious mind, through the power of your awareness, bring the people that you want into your life the way that you want them to be. By sitting and giving it the direction of, we're in this relationship, they love me, they adore me, they're lovingly reaching out, all of these kind of things, and it will happen. Stop chasing the 3D, because the 3D is old versions, so you're not going to get a new version of them if it's based on old versions. Just remember that. This next thing that you shouldn't be doing is actually really big, and I really hope that you've made it this far in the video and you're going to take this on board. Stop giving them free will by justifying their actions, their behavior, or their mentality. So many times I have clients coming to me saying they're stubborn, which is why they won't reach out. They have mental health issues, which is why they acted this certain way. They're too busy working to be able to be in this relationship with me. All of these things are you justifying obstacles for you not getting your desire. All of these things that you place your awareness on are the same as putting those boulders in front of that stream of water, like I mentioned earlier. No one has free will. If you want something, you absolutely can have it. You absolutely must have it by placing your awareness on it already being done. By already being done, this means they get over their stubbornness. They've become more available to see you. They don't have those mental health issues, or they found a way to navigate past them to be with you. Your end result doesn't include any of these obstacles. Therefore, you, who wants to operate from the same place as your end result, must not operate with these obstacles in mind. And any time that you justify why they can't come to you with any kind of excuse, you are providing them the free will in your reality to say that they can deny you. They cannot. And it's not some weird manipulation thing that sounds awful. You are simply the operant power of your reality, and you can have whatever you want. As a result, you cannot be denied that reality, again furthering the fact that people do not have free will in your reality. So their mental health, their stubbornness, their busy work schedule, none of that matters whatsoever, because your focus should never be on what you can't have or things stopping you from what you want. It should always be on the reality of having what you want to have. And in that reality, these obstacles fall away. So anytime you notice yourself saying, we can't be together because of XYZ reason, this is giving them free will, and this is placing more obstacles in front of you that do not need to be there. So remove that. When you notice that you're doing it, pull their energy back and say, no, I'm in this relationship with them right now. We're in this loving, passionate, committed relationship. We are in the most healthy and amazing relationship. We love living together, and I love waking up next to them and going to sleep next to them. Whatever kind of things that you want from your end result. Because you are just going to keep holding yourself in place the more that you accept things that your current version experiences as truth. Who cares if they have a busy schedule? Who cares if they have mental health issues from the perspective of your end result? Obviously, you can care about their health issues. You know what I mean? Who cares about their stubbornness? None of that exists in your end result. And actually, even if you think about it, if they're stubborn, busy, mental health problems, you actually are doing them a justice by going straight to the end result. Because this implies that those things don't matter or don't exist anymore, or at least have been able to work through. So if they're dealing with mental health problems now, for example, going to the end result of being with them where you can shower them with unconditional love and they you and everything's amazing, you're helping with their mental health. You're bringing them into a better place. So why would you focus on holding them in place with negative things that are stopping them from being with you, when in your end result, you guys are absolutely amazing and loving and passionate and everything is incredible? You owe yourself to let go of those obstacles. And if you really want this person, you owe it to them to let go of the things that are holding them back from you. I really hope this video has helped. If it has, like I said, drop me a like, comment, and subscribe so that I know you've liked it. And if you are in need of my help whatsoever, check out my coaching solutions down below. With that all out the way, thank you so much for showing up to this video, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.